Nobody could predict what will happen, but I'm going to tell you what I think is going to go down, brother. You could not tell me nobody could predict that this dude would be sitting on trial for his life. Everybody is saying it's Gene Deal's fault. It's Gene Deal who did this. People want to shut me up and people want me to be quiet. He got friends in high places still. That's a possibility. And here we go. Say hello to the bad guy here, because I'm going to tell you the truth and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen.
The man who once protected Diddy is ready to give his final verdict on the empire he watched being built. Is he a truth teller or a man with a vendetta? You be the judge. Gene Deal was inside Sean Diddy Combs' world. He saw it all. And just a few hours ago, he opened up with a shocking prediction about how Diddy's trial might end.
For me to have a prediction like I got a crystal ball or I want something to happen, I'm going to tell you my predictions, but I want to say this first, if you allow me to. This journey didn't start in 2018 when I came to YouTube and I started talking about Bad Boy and Diddy and his character. This journey started right after the Notorious Big was murdered. And even before then, when I started talking about Puff's character and the dude that he was, it was after Big got murdered. Even though I was still working for Bad Boy, I still was talking about who this cat was. So now I came here to this internet to talk about this dude's character. It's nothing I said that could have landed that dude in jail. Any of those secrets would probably die with me. Nobody knew, Mighty. Nobody knew before the federal government came in and hit Puff with those charges that any of this would have ever happened. Nobody could predict what would happen, but I'm going to tell you what I think is going to go down, brother.
Gene pulls no punches. He praises the prosecution for masterfully explaining the complex charges, making the jury understand the gravity of the accusations.
The prosecution, let's start with them. They did a great job. They did a great job in explaining. They explained everything that Puff did. The drug trafficking, having people bring him drugs, having people kidnapped, taken from their home, sitting up for hours in warehouses, being beaten of women, holding women over balconies, offering people money, selling lawsuits, things that he wasn't supposed to be guilty of, but he quick to settle them, quick to offer people money. The prosecution did that whole thing. They went through that whole gambit. This guy's not a good guy. This guy's behavior is detrimental to society.
But he unleashes on Diddy's lawyers, claiming their strategy was a disaster that did more harm than good. He believes their silence in court spoke volumes.
And here we go. We got the defense. The defense who did Diddy dirty. He paid them all that money for them to tell him, literally just say, okay, Cassie got $20 million out the deal. She's not a victim. These people came back to work because they loved them. What they didn't understand is that you had a guy that was in power and he wasn't really a music mogul no more. He wasn't a music mogul. They was trying to pull, this music mogul. No, he did this to himself and his defense didn't help him. They made these stories. They said these things that these people loved him. Cassie got paid. You know why they didn't call nobody? His narcissistic ass would have got bombed on by those 6 white girls. Those girls would have tore his ass up, his narcissistic ass, because he was going to have to explain everything he did. Do you have a sick fetish with lubricant, baby oil? He would have to explain all of that. He wouldn't have been able to defend himself.
After weighing in on both the prosecution and the defense, Gene finally shared his thoughts on what he believes the verdict will be. And here's a prediction you won't hear anywhere else. Gene believes the key to the verdict isn't in the evidence, but on the calendar.
Say hello to the bad guy here. Because you want to make me out the bad guy. Because I'm going to tell you the truth and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. My prediction on this What I believe that's going to go down, the trial, if it happens before the 4th of July, he might have a chance. If it goes after the 4th of July, that means those jurors are taking their job seriously. They have went down and took the judge's instructions and said, we're not going to let this MF go unless we're sure, unless we're positive. We're not going to put him back on the streets unless we know for sure that we could be safe. They're not going to find him guilty if it happens before the 4th. If they happen after the 4th, I predict that they're going to find him guilty. You might want to say, well, that's not giving me your opinion, G. You're not telling me what you really think, but I am. I spent 27 years of my life, man, trying to keep guys out of jail. When I was with Puff, I would do the same thing to him. No, bro, nah, let's move. Don't do this. Let's get involved. Nah, let's move from here. Let's go. That was my job, not only to protect him, but protect people around us from the bull. I would never, ever let him do no dumb shit, not to women, not to even his own mama.
If you're tempted to dismiss Gene's predictions, remember this. Back in summer 2024, he accurately forecasted that Diddy would be arrested in September.
I believe he's coming in September. They couldn't go nowhere around in September or whatever like that. So maybe around in September something will happen. And watch how many documentaries and how many YouTubers and everybody gonna talk about it and everything like that. But it is what it is.
And guess what?
Breaking news tonight, Sean Diddy Combs has been arrested in a Manhattan hotel this evening after a grand jury indicted the music mogul. His attorney tells CNN that he is currently being processed.
And right after, Deal gets personal, stating Diddy don't belong in society, a truly stunning statement from a former insider. Yet, he also shows a flash of empathy for the children caught in the crossfire. Ultimately, he believes the jury's duty will outweigh any sympathy they might feel for the family.
This is crazy out here. This dude, I know because I know he don't belong in society. He needs to pay his just dues. And I hate the fact that his daughter, his kids gotta hear this, gotta go through what they go through, because they gonna love their father if, ands, or buts, or supposes. They love their daddy, because that's their father. But to hear all the monstrous shit that he did to women, whether they let him or not, it's gotta wear on them. It's gotta hurt their heart. Those kids now, Mighty, the courts don't care about that. Justice is blind. She got that blindfold on her. Who told the best story? The prosecution told the best story. Who made the best sense? No matter how big, how little it is, the prosecution made the best sense. They told the best story, but it's up to the jurors now. The jurors got to decide. They're not going to be looking at her family dynamics, what those little girls are going to think, what the other public is going to think. If they do the right thing, they're going to think about the job and the task they took on and do the best to their ability. Did the prosecution prove their case? Yes, they did, Mike. No matter how minute we might believe or think it is in our community, they proved their case. This dude ain't a good dude, bro. This dude did to people that he loved. Stopped them from getting certain jobs, saying things to other people to get people hurt.
And at the end, he added that Diddy's time has finally arrived. That moment when he must face the consequences for all the harm he's caused others.
It's time for him to pay up for the City College tragedy. It's time for him to pay up for Craig Mack, the notorious big Black Rob, anybody that he took from, anybody that he sit up there and say, well, I just did the same thing that Sony and Arista did to them. No, you wasn't supposed to, bruh. You wasn't supposed to. You was supposed to teach those kids the right business so they could take care of their families. God gave you the ability to chase your dreams and bring people in there to help them. You turned everybody that you touched. You made them have nightmares about you, bruh. And now you didn't have a defense. Cats can say what you want to say. I rest my case.
The bodyguard has spoken. The prediction is set. Now we wait. What do you believe? Drop your verdict in the comments below. If you appreciated this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and we'll see you on the next story. Thanks for watching.